Hello, this is Jennifer Bailey. I decided to record this video for you because I've just finished reading a really interesting book, and it's called The Power of Consistency by Weldon Long. And I thought it was very interesting book about how you can change your mindset and also how you can motivate yourself to achieve your goals. Really sorry, the bin men have now arrived outside my window and the kids will probably run up in a minute because it's half term and I'm babysitting my nephews as well. Anyway, so just ignore the bin men. Okay, let's carry on. So basically Weldon Long started off in prison. He was sort of a repeat offender. He was locked up in prison and he got himself educated and started trying to work out how he could get himself out of this rut that he was in. And he went on and successfully built a good relationship with his son, because obviously his son was out of prison. He was in prison. He wanted to build a good relationship with his son, and he also wanted to turn his life around. And what he talks about is how it's your thoughts that affect your emotions and therefore affect your actions. So for example, he was talking about a scenario where there was two girls who'd been involved in a car crash, and one of them had died and one of the children had survived, but they managed to get their bodies mixed up. And he was explaining that the family whose daughter had died but thought she'd survived went through all those emotions because they believed of what they believed to be true. In the same way, the other family who's believed that their daughter had died went through the same grieving process, and their thoughts and emotions were affected by what they believed to be true. So it's about getting your thoughts in the right place in your mind, which will then drive your emotions and will drive the actions that you take. So if anyone has watched the Dream Scaping tutorial video by Mark Hoverson in the ILN network, this will resonate with them, because what you're doing is you're thinking big and you're basically putting your dreams into your mindset and then trying to work towards them. Because if you believe that you can't do something, then you probably can't. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Whereas if you believe you can do something and you can achieve something, then you will do. Of course, it's not all just about dreaming. It also has to be putting things in place to make it happen. So for example, say for example you dreamt that you were a couple of stone lighter, or kilos. It was all very well if you visualise yourself as being thinner, but you also need to put those things in place to make it happen as well. So for example, if you said on a daily basis, I am not going to eat pudding, I'm not going to eat dessert every day, and I'm going to try and walk a mile a day, you know by doing those things, realistically you are going to hit that target of losing the weight. And it's the same thing with business. So he uses the example of making cold calls. If you know that if you make 6 cold calls a day and you hit that target, you are going to have made so many new leads by the end of the week. And over the months and the weeks and the years, that will generate a massive amount of leads for your business. But it's taking action in a small way. So it's all about visualising the big picture and keeping yourself motivated in order to achieve it by taking the steps which you know will get you into the right place. So what I'm suggesting that you do, if you are trying to get yourself into a positive mindset, perhaps go away and read this book, because it really does change your whole concept of trying to meet your goals and be, realistic about them. And because of that, I felt the same thing. I thought, well, I'm trying to build a business. If I can do certain steps every day, they will bring me closer to my goal. So is it going to be something like, I'm going to post regularly on my blog or on my Facebook page? Am I going to reach out and talk to 5 new people a day and talk to them, just talk to them about what I do, and I'm not selling, just talking to them about what I do and making a good rapport with them, will that raise my business profile, and will it make my business more successful? And the answer is yes, it should do that. Now, the key thing with what Weldon Long talks about in this book is that willpower diminishes over time. It's one of those things, you start off really, really enthusiastic and it diminishes over time. So what he suggests that you do is you write your goals down. You write down the steps you're going to take in order to achieve those goals, and you spend 15 minutes a day reflecting on those goals. So you sit down, you look at what you're trying to achieve, and you reflect on the things you need to do to make them happen. And by doing that, it keeps you motivated and it keeps you enthusiastic and working towards those goals. And the more you do them, the more results you'll see, which hopefully will also make you stay motivated to continue with that. So I was reading this book while I was in Austria. My husband took me away for my birthday. Yes, I was 21 again. And I was driving along on the coach going up to a glacier. And I was thinking, do you know, that chalet that I can see by the side of the road, that's covered in snow, which looks really, really beautiful. I thought, wouldn't it be fantastic if I could earn enough money to take my children to this chalet for Christmas? And because obviously in Torquay we don't get a lot of snow. In fact, snow seems to sort of cut off about 5 miles, 10 miles away from my house. We just don't get snow because we're so close to the sea. And I thought, well, how magical would that be for my children to wake up on Christmas morning and there be snow everywhere, and be able to go and build a snowman and snow angels and all those things. So in my mind, I've got this chalet, which I'm going to print off the picture and put it on my pin board next to my computer. If I can visualise my children's faces in that morning and they wake up and they can enjoy that experience, then it makes everything worth it and makes me motivated to do it every day. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I've talked enough. I'm going to put a link to the book underneath this video. So if you want to go and buy the book, you can just click on the link. It will take you to Amazon. You can get it. Or just type in The Power of Consistency by Weldon Long. It's entirely up to you. But anyway, I've really enjoyed talking to you today. I usually finish off by saying how you can talk to me. That's good. So tweet me at Jennifer Bailey. My YouTube channel, Easy Internet Lessons. Or my Facebook page is Jennifer Bailey Online. Take care of yourselves. If you're all on half term now, have a lovely time. I hope you get to venture out and the weather isn't too bad where you are. Take care for now, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.